Welcome back to Between the Takes. I am here with, I forgot to ask you guys how to pronounce it, Ant and Band?
Ant and
Ange Band.
Yeah.
Okay, the Ant and Ange Band.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. This was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, when I came down and like opened the doors and saw you guys, I thought that like I booked the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones or something, because you were all in these crisp suits. I mean, you're wearing blue for some reason, but still.
Still crisp though.
Typical bass player kind of stuff.
Bass players couldn't read the rider instructions.
We have a group chat that said all black.
But thank you guys so much for coming on. This was a lot of fun, and like I feel so underdressed for my own podcast, which is really funny. But please introduce yourselves. Let them know who you are, what you do.
I'm Anthony. I'm the guitar player. I write some of the songs, and do a little background vocal stuff too.
Hi, my name's Angelo. I'm the lead vocal of the group.
I'm Andrew. I play bass.
My name's Eric. I play the drums, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
It's true.
Honestly, this is, I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you look at the window, there's still light outside. This was like the fastest session we have ever had.
That's awesome.
We blew through 3 songs, 1 take each. And I was like, do you want to do a 4th? And then the 4th one, we had to do 2 takes. But to be fair, they didn't get it ready until they were already here. But like, props to you guys for knowing your stuff. Like, you guys were tight, locked in, knew what you needed to do, and laid it down fast.
Thank
like,
you.
it was clean takes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. If you could remind me, what are the names of the 4 songs that we did again?
In order, we did Cotton Candy Clouds, Dancing in France, Gravy and Grits, and Love Me Back.
Props to you guys, because of the diversity of sound in those 4 songs is crazy. Because I was listening to Cotton Candy Clouds before you guys got here. Low-key was really hoping you would do it, and then that being the first song made me happy. But the diversity between Cotton Candy Clouds to Love Me Back, wild vocal difference, guitar, bass, drums. I guess, like, what are the differences, or like what are the different scenarios that you guys have written those songs that you have so much diversity in your music?
I would just say just a mix between trying to be semi-modern but also somewhat vintage in certain things. Like a sound, but not, it's not like a kind of exactly like, semi-vintage, semi-modern, trying to blend stuff from today with, influences from all 4 of us, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying that you guys had, like, you had more of a blues background. You were running with more of like a punk background. You can see the differences stick out between the songs, because like the punk, even though it wasn't necessarily a punk song, I could tell with how you were playing Love Me Back, like you had like that get up and go punk feel.
Punk,
in your
grunge,
drumming.
hard rock.
Yeah.
That's kind of my background.
That was a vibe. What kind of music would you guys describe yourselves as genre-wise? Because I was picking up a lot of feels in there.
That's like the loaded question.
We struggle with that.
Don't we say
vintage rock?
Vintage rock, some sort of thing like that.
Yes.
Vintage rock.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I was going to say, because it's like, it felt like there was some rockabilly. It felt like there was, I don't even know what to call Cotton Candy Clouds style-wise, but like rockabilly, blues.
A little alternative, I guess.
Yeah, a little alternative. Like, I could hear the vintage vibes you were talking about. Like, some of the songs felt like old school Elvis or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly John Mayer, Cotton Candy Clouds.
Yeah.
Kinda,
That, honestly, that's a good description for that one. What was the most recent release? Was it Cotton Candy Clouds? Was that the most recent song to come out?
Our most recent release was a song. We didn't do it today. It was called Crazy.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah. I was
That
looking at discography.
one's also different. It's kind of
That's heavy blues.
blues,
got a touch of soul to
funky
it.
to it.
Funk.
Yeah, that one had an organ on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna transition or like change the style of how you did that, or if you just were gonna stick with other songs. Because when you were texting me earlier, you had said it was just a 4-piece and listed like guitar, bass, drums, and I was like, okay, so they're probably not doing this one.
Yeah. I mean, usually if so the way it worked when we recorded everything was we had a guy that played the keys on, I'll say like a handful of the songs, and So we don't have a keyboard player in the band actually. So when we do all the songs that have keys on it, we just, we just do them. Yeah.
Yeah, we've slightly changed them a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep them live.
Yeah. No, doing a different version live versus in the studio, I think keeps people wanting to come back and see you play.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to get the exact same thing. Because, like, yes, you want to see the band do what their sound is, but you also want to see them not be repetitive, I guess. Yeah. That's a vibe. That makes sense. You were mentioning earlier, though, that you have a couple songs coming up that you're going to be heading in the studio for, right?
Yeah, I mean, between the four of us, so we got like, I don't know, probably close to 12, 15 new songs that haven't even been like touched in the studio yet. that feel like old songs to us at this point to go out and play.
We've been doing them in set lists since January, probably longer.
So we're always in the process of like, we got a couple new songs, like a song Andrew, the bass player. I was going to just say Kranick, but this is a song that Kranick wrote.
The one that Blue Suit wrote.
Yeah, the guy in the blue suit wrote this song.
We're a blues band, so I'm wearing blue.
No, you're a vintage rock band. Okay, aren't you listening?
Sorry, go ahead.
We've been like he just wrote a new song. We just came up with a new song, and pretty much our practices consist of like working them out, and then hopefully 2, 3, 4 practices in, we can take them to a new set list and then play them in front of the crowd, get some feedback on whether they, if they're good or not. And if they're good, it's like, yeah, just add this to the box of like going to the studio and recording this too. So that's where we're at with it.
Yeah.
And then we are planning on releasing a new single. No, probably around July, called "Come With Me."
Nice. The songs you guys did tonight, are all of them out already, or are any of them coming up on that?
Yeah,
They're all out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys can always go check those out too, because one of my favorite things is listening to what you guys do here and then listening to what it sounds like on the record.
Yeah.
Because some bands will bring back or reinvent old songs, give it a new vibe on here, just so people can hear how that song has evolved with them as a band.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely on France with the pausing.
Oh yeah.
That's not on
Dancing
the
in
album.
France is way different.
You
like,
forget it has the little.
Yeah.
little fills in it. Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of like tracking things is I could put 8 guitar parts down.
Right.
Something not with just one guitar player you can't really do.
Yeah. But it filled out really well, even compared to the recordings, I think, with just the 4 of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, these two hold down the rhythm section. So I think it, like if I drop out to solo, sometimes that's a pretty like good compliment we get is that Eric and Andrew really hold down the rhythm section when it when the guitar drops out. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Props to you two. You two are locked in back there.
Appreciate it.
You're killing it.
Oh, thanks.
I like you too, Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
With your style, you were saying that you guys have all these different influences with your music. How do you feel like that shapes and molds the songs together? Do you feel like you write the song where your style kind of sticks out when you write it versus when you write a song and then other people's influences mold it? Or do you try and match each other's style when, like, say you brought a song to the table?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you kind of mold how you're playing to match his style for the song?
So a little history. Andrew and I were not on the recordings for the first album.
Okay.
Those guys had studio musicians. So we were trying to keep it sounding how it was, but maybe our own spin. All the new stuff that they bring, usually it's Andrew, Angelo, and Anthony bringing stuff. It all depends. I like to try to complement what the guitar player's doing and then make sure I don't step on the bass player. But there's sometimes like Andrew brought something that sounded really cool. If for whatever reason, I hear it sped up in my mind. So I play it a little bit faster. Then all of a sudden it's like, hey, this has your feel in it, but now it has a different sound altogether. And we just play around with stuff like that and see where it fits.
Yeah, and then a lot of stuff starts out like if I write it on acoustic, he'll come over and, I'll have words or whatever, and I'm like, here, sing it however you want to sing it. And then we take it to these two, and it's like, play the bass however I would nenever be like, this is how you're playing the bass on this song, or this is how I want you to drum. I have no like. I play the guitar, and that's like that's about it. I'm not going to walk in and be like, you got to do this, you know.
But we might like, you know, after we play a song, you know, when we're still working on a song, we might be like, hey, like, what if we do this in the beginning or this at the end, or like, you know, just try to like find some kind of, I don't know, like, you know, something different to make the song complete, or, you know.
We're always tweaking until it's done.
Yeah. I think that's a compliment to like how you guys incorporate your songs, because you're saying you've taken all these songs and you've refined them through doing them in shows to then taking them to the studio, versus so many people will take them to the studio and then do shows and then they realize, oh crap, we should have done this differently in the recording. I think working it out that way makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the stuff, like all the stuff we've come up with as the four of us as a band is just like crazy. And I think the feedback we've gotten from people at shows, like, because the songs that are out right now and a couple of the other ones that have these studio guys on them, I don't want to say they're like poppy, but pop rocky-ish kind of thing, like Dancing in France or Cotton Candy, right? But a lot of the stuff I feel like we write is almost like heavier than that, you know. We got a couple songs, like, just for instance, we have a song, I Don't, that, like, I don't know, is like it's just heavier, you know what I mean? It really takes the four of us and like meshes our tastes together, I think.
Same with Dirt. Dirt's heavier.
Dirt, yeah. Sometimes I sing songs. We got this new song called Dirt. That's a pretty good song.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, so we're getting, you know, we're looking in the next month or so to start kind of recording all this new stuff that's like the full band. And, you know, if it was up to me, I would say when we do record, I'd love to record it live as the band instead of single tracked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think that there's a real chemistry between the four of us when we're playing that like is what I want conveyed when you listen to our music. I like the rawness of our sound, you know? So that's my take on us recording stuff too.
No, that's a great way to do it, especially with your style of music. It makes more sense to do it that way because a lot of the influences were recorded like that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like you can always do overdubs. You can always get a cleaner take after the fact, but you're playing in the natural vibe of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think chemistry is a big thing.
Yeah.
I think next month, it'll be a year I've been with these guys. So like when we started compared to where we are now,
That's crazy.
you know, it's crazy to think that it's not even been a year yet.
Yeah.
But it feels like we've been playing now for like 5 or 6 years just because of the chemistry that we've built. And then playing out live, we feel as though we're being rewarded for putting all this time in to write this stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and like regularly having our practices, you know, we're just like, yeah, I think we're just gelling, you know, it just gets easier as it goes, I feel, you know, it's like, it's just more natural, yeah. So,
Yeah, we practice every week.
Well,
every week we can, you know. We usually every Wednesday we have a 3-hour practice session, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely see the chemistry paying off with you guys because, like I said, you guys were locked in. Like the fact that it was 4 songs, 5 total takes.
Yeah.
I think like only one other band has done something like that on Futon Sessions.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I keep coming back to it just because I love the song. Is there like a backstory to Cotton Candy Clouds? Because I love learning about where songs came from for people.
That's
It was kind of I so not too much filler, but 3-4 years ago, something like that. Both of us were in Sea Isle, and we were for the weekend, you know, 4th of July weekend, whatever it was, and we were leaving Sunday, and I was really hungover, and I just remember sitting in the back seat of his car, and it was kind of dawn, like 4 or 5 o'clock, and there was just the prettiest blue sky with the big pink clouds, and it kind of started with that little idea of cotton candy clouds, and then one day he pulled the guitar out, wrote a little lick, one thing after another. That's how it came to be.
Vibes.
Shout out
Angela's
the alcohol.
hungover mind, yeah.
Shout out to Alcohol, best writing partner ever. But that's cool. No, I love the songs, love the style, love just what you guys do. Thank you again. Shout out to James from Mars Council, who was on quite a while ago.
Thanks,
for
James.
making this connect, giving them like contacts, everything like that, because this was well worth it and paid off really well, I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't usually wear suits when we do everything. Usually we have like he's got a cool jacket he wears when we play.
I was gonna say, I was looking at the Spotify and like the shots of you guys. You were at the Nail.
Yeah.
I was, as soon as I clicked on it and saw the video, I was like, I know that place.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not how they were dressed when they walked in.
But the last interview we did, we wore suits, so it's like, all right,
Yeah,
that's
good.
gonna be
Must
our
be
thing.
their
That's gonna be
thing.
our interview thing is suits.
It's a vibe. Business professional, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually say white suit with like or a
White
black
suit?
suit with a white shirt.
You like to stand out.
Well, you definitely did not specify.
Right in the group.
Solid
Black.
color tie would be great.
No one said
solid color.
No one. You said suit. Okay. You said suit.
One of these days, you guys got to do like a ska cover video, though.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
like
Absolutely.
a couple horn players. It would hit.
That'd be awesome.
That would be fun.
We do have a show in, I guess, kind of around the Delaware Beach area where we were
4th of
talking
July.
about maybe getting a horn guy to come down for that.
Yeah, a guy I used to work with. I'm trying. He's a jazz saxophone player. Trying to recruit him. See if it happens.
So that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Definitely
No.
some ska though.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. But I can't wait for you guys to have that new project come out because like I'm a fan now. I got to listen to more of your guys' stuff.
Thank you.
But thank you guys so much for coming on. Where's a place they can keep up with what you guys are doing, keep up with shows, everything like that?
I think the best place is our Instagram, or even if you want to hear our music and you don't have Spotify, everything's on YouTube, everything's free. Instagram, YouTube, definitely the best place.
Cool. I'll have links to all that down below so you guys can keep up with them. Check them out on Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. Thank you guys again for coming on so much. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Excited to like hear these come out and hear the final products for them, which at this point they would have already come out. So yes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like and comment down below. If you guys have any questions for the Ant and Ange band, leave them down below. Maybe they'll answer, maybe they won't. Who knows?
Definitely.
We will.
And be sure to subscribe. We got a lot more bands like this coming on, and I can't wait to show them all to you. Thank you guys so much again, and until next time.
Awesome.